Homelessness is not just about financial stability. Homelessness is about mental stability. It's about being able to socialize and to communicate and about feeling safe. It's just not about being able to pay your rent. So I think when you think about homelessness, don't think about just placing people somewhere. Think about how can you treat the reason to why they need to be placed somewhere.
Minnesota currently ranks 14th in the country per capita rate for homelessness. Families with children under 18 make almost half of the people experiencing homelessness in Minnesota, especially in the Twin Cities. Based on single nights counts, HUD reports an estimated 3,761 families with children were homeless in 2023. Erica and the PSP team wanted to get to the root cause of homelessness and support families on their journey to stability, and that is all what we are about here at Whole Family Systems.
What I do is I manage our pilot programs that we put together with this Whole Family Systems grant. We had two major focuses. They were to reduce the recurrence of homelessness and also to ensure access to quality early learning, education, and care.
I heard about it through the shelter. I was living in a shelter in 2019. I was experiencing trouble with mental health, and I joined.
I was staying at People Serving People, and they had flyers placed on the walls there, so I applied.
Just this year, the governor signed an interagency budget for housing stability that is the biggest investment in housing and homelessness in state history. The governor's plan is designed to stabilize housing, and the implementation of that budget can learn a lot from Whole Family Systems in connecting families' housing needs to all the other core needs that families may have on their journey towards stability and well-being.
When it comes to engaging family voice and doing community engagement work, the state has a lot to learn from People Serving People. The way that they've engaged family voice and have embedded the Whole Family Systems work in their internal organization, among their staff, among their guests, among the alumni who've graduated from these different programs that they've offered through Whole Family Systems, it's clear that there's a lot of learning around what it looks like when families are engaged and their voices are heard and what it takes to begin to shift the policies and practices to better enable and support families to thrive.
I think if indeed people are seen as experts of their own experiences, then they are the solutions that they need. And it is up to systems to remove barriers so people can self-realize what they already know and want.
Being a part of the Lean Fellowship, it actually taught you a lot about not just self, but your background, where you come from, where you want to be, as well as where you're going.
The Lean Fellowship is so awesome. I am so appreciative for this fellowship. It really took me out of a dark place in life, and it showed me that I matter and that I'm somebody.
It prepared me for so much that I didn't think that I would be prepared for. You know, it prepared me to be in different rooms, on different levels, with different people. I talked to the mayor and talked to the governor and didn't feel inferior. You know, that's empowering to be able to just advocate.
Social capital is so important, and the state is new to thinking about how we fund for social capital, how we contract and organize the implementation of our programs around social capital. But through this model of learning network, we've been able to think more deeply about how social capital impacts ourselves, the work that we do, and more importantly, the families that we serve, by working in cohorts, working together, learning the same things, sharing together what they're learning.
I am most proud of the fact that the fellows feel like they have a family, because that's like one of the most important things that you can do for people, is to give them, for them to have the opportunity to have a sense of belonging, to feel like they belong to something, to feel like somebody cares about them, to feel like they have somewhere that they can go. Stable Roots actually came from our fellows. The goal of that program is to offer employment with the understanding that people need time to become stable, and to also offer them support through their transition.
The Stable Roots program connects to the governor's efforts to improve access to high-quality jobs here in Minnesota by focusing our efforts on lived experience and making sure that we are connecting with people in our communities across Minnesota that provide that lived experience. And this is done via his executive order.
There was an executive order recently that relaxed advanced degrees for state government employment. So you don't have to have a BA now to become a state employee.
The Stable Roots Fellowship, it helped me get all of the things that I needed to support my family the way I know how to support my family. And it helped me to understand myself a lot more. It helped me to understand my children a lot more. And it helped me to know what to do with my children.
Relinquish it. Allow people to self-determine and remove barriers so people can do that. And I think that's possible from every level of government, from IT all the way up to the top levels of government.
What People Serving People did for me is they just helped me to be able to stand alone.
It gave me motivation to get up and get out the house every day, knowing I'm doing something first for my family, my boys. I'm doing something for the community, and I'm doing something for the future and for a good purpose. And it just brought that fire back.
It's okay to get the necessary support that you need when you need it, and I appreciate what they did, but it's even better being able to do this myself. So much better. So it's not a bad thing to be there, but it's an even greater thing to be on my own.
People Serving People has done a phenomenal job of putting heart, passion, creativity, and innovation in the hands of families and the communities that they're serving. The state's learned a lot around what social capital could look like as we think about what that means in the state policy field.
The work that Erica has brought to the Learning Network for Whole Family Systems is so amazing. We have learned so much from her personal journey, her leadership. I am so grateful because her involvement has brought such a wealth of knowledge to our Learning Network for Whole Family Systems.
Life is what you make it. So if that is true, if this is really, really true, make the best of it, everybody. So the results you see make you more than proud of it, not just for others, but for yourself. Thank you.